Gotcha. Two more insights on making the IT admin's job a little bit easier. Right now, we asked how many tools is your organization using to manage these identities, these access, these devices, and it was really interesting to see how many are using so many. That 10.6% that's using more than 4. Good Lord, like that's a lot. I mean, it would be so much easier if there were a streamlined, simplified way to manage all this complexity. When the tools we have, more tools doesn't mean more efficiency. More tools means more tools. And we forget the cost of managing an individual tool on its own. So you've got multiple accounts, some of which you don't have complete control over, and you've got multiple tools to manage it. It's no wonder that things can feel a little bit overwhelming. Ben, anything to add at this point?
Not much. I mean, more than just, hey, I've been in a lot of conversations, whether it be online or in person, around, they're trying to combine or trying to find solutions that do multiple things. Point solutions are not less expensive, right? And not only are they more expensive, they're difficult to manage. And having documentation for multiple vendors, one, there's a cost of documentation, right? But then, onboarding vendors, right? Onboarding and offboarding vendors, more so onboarding is a challenge, right? Vendor risk assessments and getting legal and finance and all that stuff, that takes a lot of time. But back to what I was saying before about feature parity with our vendors, you're going to start to see more solutions working to solve all of these IT problems, and you're going to start to see things coming more in line with that single pane of glass or that frictionless environment where maybe you don't need 4 or 5 different vendors when you can do maybe with 1 or 2.
Yeah. And the last data point to share for today is just that desire that you're talking about, Ben. Like, the preference is I would rather use a single tool. We're not using multiple tools because we want to. Maybe we were just moving fast, and we needed a solution right away. That's a lot of that been going on for the last 2 years, where we saw this rapid acceleration of innovation and adopting new tools and adopting new processes because, let's face it, our planet went through a wormhole and we're now in one of the other multiverses. This is crazy, all the stuff we had to change in such a relatively short period of time. Didn't give us a lot of time to think through the consequences of a lot of the different choices we made, including how many tools we're using. We're just throwing stuff against the wall, as I've heard you mention, Ben. Like, we're just throwing stuff against the wall, seeing what's going to work. Now is the time to take a breath, assess, and optimize. Now is the time for the SME IT admin to have that rare moment to think about what works for you and to prioritize yourself in 2022. What is it you can do to make your job easier? So you've got this moment of choice coming into next year. What are you going to ask for that you haven't asked for? What can you as an SME IT professional do to make your own life easier, so it's even more possible for you to make the lives of your employees easier?
Please subscribe and check out more content from us.